All right, guys, welcome back to Wild Game Legacy. Today, we're gonna mess around with the canoe again. Opening day is coming soon, so we want to be ready when it gets here. Here's the wire that we're gonna affix to the boat for the trolling motor. I had mentioned to you guys that these ends are removable, and there's a spring-loaded clip in there that holds the wire in place. So you need something small like a screwdriver or a pick or anything small that you can fit in there. And you gotta depress that spring clip in there and pull back on the wire at the same time. Boom, they're out. There's your plastic connector. And here's those ends I was telling you about earlier in that video. They're just two little metal ends that you crimp on there and then heat shrink. I heat shrink them on as well. And like I said, those just slide in there and pop into place. And you got those quick connections for hooking up your trolling motor and your battery. But what we're going to do is slide this on the wire to make it look a little better. I think that's going to work great. So we're just going to feed this on down the length of the entire wire. And that's going to look a lot better than having that white wire in the boat. So, and also it offers a little more protection, not a lot, but it will help. So there's plenty enough protection on this to protect the wire. This is just more for looks. The size on this one that I got was 3/8 of this black wire loom. So if you wanted to do this to your boat or some wires you have on any project, 3/8 is, it looks fairly small, but it does stretch out. So depending on the thickness of your wire, this will give you some kind of an idea of what size you'd want to use. And we'll probably add this to the trolling motor wire and the wire that's on the battery. We'll add it to all that just to kind of tidy it up. All right. Now they say to put some electrical tape and wrap it up around it. That way it doesn't come unraveled even more and slide up and down your wire. But I'm going to try some of this heat shrink that I have here. I think that will look much better if I can get it to work. That's going to look much better than heat shrink, than electrical tape. So we got that on there. Hit it with the lighter. That's a much cleaner look than some electrical tape. That's going to work great. Things are marked with positive and negative, so look at your wires, put it back on there the way it's supposed to. Hear that click, you know you got it in. Boom, they're both in there. Put my dust cover back on. There we go. That's a good looking wire. Now both of these ends are identical, so you can put this in your boat any way you want. So that'll work great. We're gonna do the same thing to the trolling motor wire and to the short wire that's on the battery. All right, guys, finally got my wiring done. I put it in that black loom I was telling you guys about. I was showing you. I got it zip tied up here to stay out of the way, and it comes all the way up here to the front. I left these loops up here loose so that I can, if I want to, I can slide it through here, and I can put my trolling motor up front, put my battery up front, and if I want to keep it in the middle back here, I can also just put it back here and hook it up right here, and this bar and this strap will keep the trolling motor. It'll keep the trolling motor right in place. So in case there was to be an accidental tip over, I wouldn't lose the battery. So If I decide that I want to keep it back here, I'll end up shortening this this cable and just run it right here straight to the battery. But I'm not sure exactly how I want to run it yet. I want to use it a few more times and try it up there, right here, and see which way works best, which is more stable in the canoe. And then I finished getting this one wired up as well. Put the black wiring loom on it as well. Shrink wrap those ends again, like I said. Instead of using the electrical tape, I went with the shrink wrap, and that looks it looks good. So I think that's going to work out great. Coming up soon, we're going to take this regular battery box and we're going to turn it into a smart battery box. You see them listed online. Sometimes they're 100, 120, 150 bucks for a smart battery box. And I'm going to add a USB Type-C and a USB Type-A charging port onto the box. I'm not sure exactly where I want to put it just yet. It'll depend where I plan on running the battery. If I want to run it up front, it'll be in one spot. If I want to run it back here, it'll be in another spot. So we're going to decide what we want to do first before we drill into this box. So that'll be on an upcoming video. If you guys want to see that and how simple and easy it is, stay tuned for that. It's not that hard. It looks much better, and anybody can do it. So stay tuned. I'll catch you on the next one.